What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. The long-awaited Malibu album from Anderson Paak is here. I had this on one of my most anticipated albums of the entire year. Of everything dropping this year, that includes Kanye, Drake, Jay-Z, all the big guys. Every single person, and Anderson Paak was on that list. He was one of the standouts from 2015. He blew me away on Compton, and from there I went back and listened to Venice. Really fell in love with that album. I think it's a strong body of work. And then he dropped his EPs where they were short but satisfying. He had the Blended Babies EP, which I think is the best EP he's dropped. And then he had the No Worries one, which I was disappointed in. But here we have Malibu, his long-awaited, new album. And I gotta say, I like the album a lot, but I don't know if I like it as much as I thought I would. My thing about it is this. The four singles that he put out, The Season / Carry Me, Am I Wrong, Room in Here, and Come Down, I feel like those four records are the best songs on the album. And maybe it's just because I've been able to sit with them longer than, any other records on the album. But every time I've listened to this album, and I've listened to it many times since, I keep gravitating back towards those singles. Those are the favorites. Those are the standouts to me. And that's not to say there's not records that rival it. You have Parking Lot, which is a really good vibe. You have Silicon Valley, which I really love that record because I like the idea of him singing about fake implants and at the same time like trying to get to your heart. I don't know, it's kind of complicated, but it's fun at the same time. It's something that he would sing about. He said I'm just trying to see what's under that tender titty meat. I don't know, I found that funny. I was amused. But that record, and then The Dreamer with Talib Kweli, the album's closer, is probably the one record that's close enough to the singles, because I love, the message that Anderson is putting out there, talking about his struggle and his dreams and stuff like that. And the Talib Kweli, he doesn't miss a beat. He always delivers quality no matter what, and he's been doing that for over a decade now. But the whole album is very, happy-go-lucky. It's full of a lot of dancing material. You can like groove and dance to these records. And, the production is vibrant. It's really lush. And it comes alive. Like, that's one of Anderson's strong points. Like, in addition to his lyrics, he has a really good ear for production. You got like DJ Khalil, you got Ninth Wonder, you got Dem Joints, you got a bunch of different people, and they're making beats that they wouldn't just give to anybody else. You listen to any of these beats on the album, and I don't think you would hear like DJ Khalil give which one did he do? He did Heart Don't Stand a Chance. I don't feel like he would be giving that record to anybody else besides Anderson. So it feels like the production is more tailor-made towards Anderson's sound, and that's one of the things I really liked about it. And then like talking about his lyrics are very poetic. There's a lot of meaning and feeling into them. One of the standout lines in the album was on Carry Me, which is the second half of The Season / Carry Me, and he said, "What's the meaning of my fortune reading? When I cracked the cookie, all it said was keep dreaming. When I look at my tree, I see leaves missing, generations of harsh living and addiction." Now, I don't know if I'm going to interpret the whole lines right, but it was one of those things that stood out to me when I listened to it, and I had to keep going back to it, and I really got absorbed in these lines. I liked it. Obviously, the first two lines are easy to figure out. He's opening his fortune cookie. It says keep dreaming. He's not at where he wants to be in his, career yet. So that's easy to figure out. But then he switches it up and talks about a tree, which I'm assuming is a family tree, because he mentions generations of harsh living and addiction, and, how he sees leaves missing. And, the metaphor for that, I think, would be like a lot of his family members are not around anymore because of, harsh living and addiction. And I don't know. It's a lot in those two lines. The whole four lines is really good, but those two lines are very impactful. Enough for me to want to, break it down and look into it like I just did. Um, but like I said, I like the album. I don't like it as much as I thought I would, and I don't think I like it more than Venice. But it is a very strong album. This is one of those albums that you need to listen to. I think Anderson .Paak is really close to stardom. He is like, I don't know, he's close. He needs something, and I feel like it needs to be like a big guest feature on a hit single, or he needs to sign to a major label and then market his record to the radio, and then he blows up that way. I don't know what he's going to take to get him to the next level, but he has a unique sound that needs to be heard. It should be appreciated. It should be enjoyed. And another observation I had, which has no bearing on the actual album, one thing I'm thinking about is Anderson .Paak's music a lot of times is very, happy. But I would love to see, like, one day down the line, if he makes like an album that's more darker. Maybe like the production on Darkest Before Dawn. I feel like I've been using that, in a lot of reviews. But the production on Darkest Before Dawn, something in that similar vein, and maybe like more, heartbroken lyrics, kind of like 808s and Heartbreaks, something like that. Because I feel like Anderson .Paak would sound really good doing an album like that. But I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing. It would be nice, but, that was just one of my observations listening to the album. And so go listen to Malibu. Go pick it up on iTunes. And once you listen to it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share the video. Follow me on Twitter @SermonsDomain. And as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching. And until next time, peace.